Beneficial rain yesterday, more rain coming on Sunday. Great news for the drought. Now, this is not going to be drought busting rain, but every drop counts, especially with the half inch or so that a lot of those thunderstorms put down yesterday in Maine. So here's a look at the forecast right now for Sunday. I want to break down Sunday. There's a cold front coming through. Okay, it'll get hot and humid briefly, especially early Sunday. Then the front's going to come through. Okay, so here's your front. It's going to be coming through from the north and the west, okay, pretty fast moving front, and it's going to advance Sunday afternoon, and it's going to bring downpours. Now, most of these I don't expect to be severe. Yesterday there were a couple severe, especially over down east Maine, but there will be precip. That's the most important part. So let's get to the precip numbers. So southern Maine, for the most part, misses out on this right now. That's the trend. So I have bad news for you, although you did get some rain yesterday. The good news is most of the state gets rain, and around a half inch. Could even see an inch in a few of these pockets of these, embedded thunderstorms that are put down. So here's a look at it. This is how much rain. So Maine gets the jackpot from this front. Now, it's Friday. It's not Sunday yet. Still some time to fine-tune this. Check back tomorrow for an update, and again Sunday morning. But right now, there are some pockets here of more than a half an inch, which would help the brown and crusty lawn, right? So that's good news. That's good news for the drought. Like I said, not going to alleviate the drought or bust the drought, but it will help. Now, Sunday morning and then Sunday afternoon, it's going to be hot. But after the front comes through, look at these temperature anomalies. So compared to the typical numbers for August, you're about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 degrees below average. So I don't know if I'd call this a taste of fall, but it'll feel a little bit closer to September, especially in the mountains, okay? So some good news if you want to break from the heat. That's coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Now, let us talk about this. And here it is. This is Aaron. So for Aaron, the situation is going to be, it's going to turn into a major hurricane very soon, which is right around here, east of the Lesser Antilles, right? And then it's going to track right here north of the islands. Okay, and there are basically 3 tracks it can take, but there's not a wide range here. So here and here. So here's Bermuda, okay? Excuse me. So this storm is going to get, the East Coast gets saved by a trough that is going to dig and break apart this ridge that's going to be here. So Aaron will escape. The escape hatch, as I talked about now for several days, I don't know really anyone that's been talking about this for a while, except for a couple people, especially a shout out to meteorologist Ross Whitley, chief down there on the Gulf Coast. I just completely called this before anyone. He's just incredible. So go give him a follow if you want to see about the tropics. I'm just doing the basics here, but Ross nailed it. So the trough breaks down the ridge. I love you, Ross, because you picked this out. And it just opens the door for this storm to go around the weakening high, okay? It's just incredible how this is going to come basically in the 11th hour. So this trough, once again, breaks down the ridge, opens the escape hatch so that North Carolina, which is going to be the closest to a potential landfall, but it's going to miss. There is a cluster here, but I still believe that this is going to be a miss because once that trough breaks the ridge down, storms that are tropical want to bring latent heat to the poles. That's their natural job. So I believe Mother Nature takes over here and the escape hatch opens and it goes away from the East Coast. Okay? So it's not going to turn. It's just going to follow the path of least resistance. Okay? As Ross said, these storms, they don't turn. There's a lot of energy with them. They don't just go ahead and make a turn. Okay? They're going to follow what is the path that takes them to the North or South Pole the easiest. Like what we do. We try and take the path of least resistance to get home from work, to go to the grocery store. Humans and Mother Nature, we have a lot in common. So that's what this storm is going to do, and it's going to miss. Here it is on more detail to show you. Here's the storm, right? Here's your trough that's weakened the ridge. The ridge gets broken down. Here's your storm. Boom, exit, stage right, just in the nick of time. Now, there are still going to be tremendous waves, especially the Outer Banks and up and down the East Coast, rip currents, but missing a direct impact from a Category 4 hurricane versus taking some beach erosion. You take the beach erosion every single time because there'd be a lot worse beach erosion and a lot worse wind and tornadoes and all that stuff and flooding if the hurricane were to make landfall. So yes, I know that parts of the East Coast needs a drought buster for rain, but this wouldn't be it. This would not be the drought buster you want. This would be a lot of wind. This would be more wind really than anything else. The rain wouldn't be worth it. So take the win here, which is a miss from the storm instead of a landfall, and the storm exits and it's gone. Okay, so there is your update on Erin. Okay, latest update from the National Hurricane Center coming out. Now, it's obviously not 100% 0-0, but it's a pretty high likelihood. It's like 99% the storm is going to miss the coast directly. So I'm going to stay with that for now that the trough opens that escape hatch. Low humidity on Nappy's notes, then heating back up Sunday before the round of storms comes in. And that round of storms is going to be mostly non-severe, but there will be a few areas of some wind, even some hail. It's going to be low-end severe at most. It's not going to be a widespread major event, but there will definitely be beneficial downpours. 79, 82, 75, showers come in. Now the mountains, I don't know if the mountains are going to have enough time for it to be a thunderstorm thing. It's more of a shower thing for the mountains, but we'll see. We need the rain there, but then we cool off. 60s for highs, 40s. That's more like September in Maine, closer to it. Not quite. I mean, it's close to a fall preview. Inland 70 for high. That's about on par for September, early to mid-September. So we'll take it, and then right back up to 80s the following weekend. So summer is not over. I know people are worried. When summer in Maine it's very short. Is this going to be the end of it? It's not the end. You heat back up the following weekend, but get a nice break. So if you're looking for a break from heat and humidity, then next week is going to be your week. Humidity, though, will be high on Sunday. That is the latest from Jason Nappy Weather. Thanks for watching.